Yeah, so I wanted to discuss this topic of the teaching methodology. See, physics teaching is made interesting with the help of joint discussion with the student. If a student is encouraged to question, that is when the scientific thinking starts developing, and they also put their own efforts because they find the subject very interesting. So what I do in my teaching methodology is at the center stage is the student who is made to participate in discussions, which I call as conceptual discussions. So these are very, very important. And within the context of what has been happening so far is that one teacher says everything and then there's a transmission and the student listens. That's all. The student cannot ask any doubt. Student is not encouraged to question. So a lot of doubts remain in students' mind with respect to the ongoing topic. So I have devised a methodology in which I encourage students to participate in the scientific thinking process and talk in the class. So it's a two-way communication. So I don't indulge in monologue, which is I speak and transmit the knowledge. I don't think so knowledge can be transmitted with that approach. I think the latest techniques such as joint discussions and joint conceptual discussions are more beneficial for the students. Students can speak what is in their mind, and as a physics guide, I am able to understand where is the thinking not going in the right direction, so I can correct it, right? So if I want to go inside the mind of a student, the student has to speak and take part in the joint exercise. So my teaching methodology which is for conceptual physics is to have a two-way dialogue with the student instead of keeping it a monologue, and allow the students to ask questions. And because my batch size is very, very small, this becomes very, very real and very, very practical. So if you're looking forward to have education for your child which is more concept oriented, you would find my classes are very interesting and very, very absorbing for students who are pursuing competitive exam or who want to learn conceptual physics. So this service is part of my coaching or the physics guidance I give to my students. So I wanted to talk about my teaching methodology as to how it is very, very contemporary, very, very topical, because we're dealing with a generation which is used to questioning. So we have to cater to the needs of this generation. The old style methodologies of are also prevalent. They also work, but my particular methodology is far, far better in terms of conceptual grounding, which every physics student must get. So thank you very much for your patience and listening about my methodology. If you have any questions about my